Hi,
Okay.
everybody. I'm Dakeem, and welcome back to another episode of Casting Directors Say What, where each month I spotlight an amazing casting director in the industry, big or small, because a lot of what we do as casting directors is misunderstood. And I hope that with this series, I can shine a light on all the amazing, hardworking casting directors that help bring other people's dreams to life. And now today we have an amazing guest that I'm excited to talk to today. Thank you for being here. Tell me your name.
Thank you for having me. My name is Linda Greene.
Hey, Linda. Now tell
Hey.
us what type of things you cast and how did you get started in casting?
Well, I cast stage plays, gospel stage plays, drama, theater, some films, some independent films, some major
Awesome.
films. I did one major film, and things like that, like community theater, all things of that nature, all theater. But I'm a theater girl, so
Oh,
mostly
that's
theater.
that's good. That's good. So how'd you get started in casting?
Well, it is a great story, and I couldn't wait to tell you. Okay, it's okay. So I'm an actor as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing a show. One of the girls dropped out. She couldn't do it. Something she got. I think she was pregnant or something of that nature. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh, I know somebody who can do it. Let me call my girl." So I
Mm-hmm.
called my friend, and she stepped in and she did the part. And
Mm-hmm.
then about a year later, maybe more, I don't know the time frame, somebody else dropped out. I said, "Oh, I know somebody. Let me call my friend." Called my friend, he got the part. And so it went on like that for a couple of productions.
Wow.
And the next thing you know, one of the people who I, recommended for a play,
Mm-hmm.
he called me, the director. He's like, "Oh, I remember you knew somebody. Do you think you can call somebody to come and do this film?" I said, "Sure, let me call one of my friends." So that's how I got started, by just calling my friends, stepping in for somebody who couldn't do it. And the next thing you know, people started calling me a casting director. I said, "A casting director?" I said, "I ain't have to, but I know somebody, so
Uh-huh.
that's how it all started.
That's
Yes, I just paid it
amazing.
forward.
You know,
Hmm.
that is a very unique intro into casting because a lot of people I talked to, me included, we all kind of stumbled into it. We were doing other
Hmm.
things and we weren't even thinking about casting. And then the opportunity came and we
Yeah,
started doing it or interning
yeah,
someplace. But I love that you didn't intern. You just sort of built this on your own. That's so
yeah,
inspiring. I love that.
yeah, yeah,
Now,
definitely.
why did you keep going? Why casting? What do you love about casting that's kept you doing it and kept you in this side of the industry? Because it's not easy.
No, it's not easy, definitely. And I remember calling you for advice when I heard about you some. I can't remember how I heard about you, but I remember calling you and asking you for advice and asking you how to do this. Because, like you said, there's no schools for this, there's no
Yeah.
training for this, there's no one you can actually, you can only work up what you know. So, what I like about it for me is that I have that eye, I see. And
Mhm.
I didn't know I did. I just knew that I worked with some bad people, some bad women and some men who can act.
Mhm.
And that was it for me. I was like, I think I got to have this. So when somebody called me and asked me to support for a specific character, I was like, oh, I know Chris can do this. I know
Mhm.
Ben can do this. I know Shanice can do this. And I like to work with people who when I worked with them on stage, knowing that they were responsible, that they were on time, that they can do it. They wasn't he and her and being unprofessional. So I had that knack too. So I was like, I'm gonna send Ben because I know he's gonna show up on time. I know he's gonna be about his business. I know that he's gonna be off book in 3 days or 4 days or a week. And be about his business. So
Yeah.
that's what I look for, being able to have that eye for knowing the character. When they send me the character breakdown, that person can do it.
Yeah, because as casting directors, we are always running into actors telling us how bad they want to act and how hungry they are. And then the minute you give them the
Mhm.
opportunity, all of a sudden now they show their true colors and like, oh wow, you're not really ready.
Yeah. And
So,
I get a lot of people like that, and I'm a person that gives them a chance. Like if somebody say, "Oh, I can do that, can that," I'm like, "Okay, well, it's not as easy as they said." But you was doing it. I said, "But okay, granted, I didn't really go to school, and I will call myself a natural, but I still learned as I went along. And then I did go to school, and I seen that. Oh, hey, I know this already. Why am I wasting my money? But I still did classes and stuff like that. But people do think they can do it, and then you give them that chance, and they They fall a
Yeah,
little
but
short.
it's always important to give people that chance because
Yes,
you never
yes,
know. There are
yes,
people out there that are
yes,
untapped with just natural talent and a natural instinct. And if casting directors, we're like, well, you haven't done anything or
yes,
enough of stuff, so I don't want to see you, we might be closing ourselves off to the next really talented person. So I
yeah,
like that because I'm the same way. I'm like, I got to give everybody a
yeah,
chance.
chance.
Because who
Yeah,
knows who's going to surprise you? And if they don't, well, then they don't. And if they do,
yeah.
well, then aren't you glad you gave them a chance, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that is exactly what happened with a couple of people. Like this one person, I can't say names, you know how we do, we can't mention names, but she kept flaking. And I was like, okay, this is your last time, girl. I ain't calling you no more. This is your last one. And she came and now she is killing it now,
Yeah.
doing her own film, doing her own thing. She doesn't really act anymore for people. She does and creates her own content and she's doing her thing. And I said, girl, you better not forget me, girl. I'm not got you started. So
That's
I let her
right.
know. But she's doing it and I'm so proud of her.
That's
So
awesome.
proud of
That's
her. And so
awesome.
proud that I can brag that I pushed her to
Yeah.
do it because I knew she could do it because she was so good. She came to that audition. I was like, oh, wait. Did like you said, didn't have no experience, but I kept giving her the chance and never coming. And then when she finally did come, she killed it. She did it, and now you should see how. And I will tell you her name after we finish.
Oh, okay. And she's lucky that you kept giving her a chance because I always
Yeah.
people, you got to remember this is a business. And
Hmm.
sometimes it only takes one chance for you to show somebody what type of business you run. And before they're like, okay, I want to get involved with this business or I don't because you can't
Hmm.
show up on time or you don't get yourself tapes in on time or what
Yeah.
have you. So it's good that you gave her that opportunity and she finally stepped up to the plate. Because
Yeah.
the first couple of times you could have been like, well, now I know how you run your business. No, thank you. Right.
Yeah. But I didn't. Yeah. I didn't.
Now, we this industry has been through a lot in the past couple of years with the pandemic and then the strike. What is your perspective on the current state of the casting industry? And what do you think actors should understand about it today?
Well, the current state is iffy, but it's still doable. It's still work out there, still content out there. I feel that this it's the same old thing though. We need some new stuff. We need something different. We need something to be shaken up. And
Yeah.
I think the actors need to understand that you ain't the only one. So don't be saying, "Oh, I can't do that because I'm not," that's non-union, or I don't want to do that because it's not enough. It's not. It's going to make me get to the next level. Anything gets you to the next level. Auditioning gets me to the next level. I audition. I'd be like, that's a chance to act
Mhm.
because there's not that much work out here. It's a small community. You bump into the same people at those auditions all the time. Okay, and the things have changed as far as I, I'm just going to tell you my little thing.
Mhm.
I I don't like wasting money because I ain't really got none like that. Okay. So the picture game to me is the ongoing upkeep of the pictures. I can't afford to keep getting those headshots, and I still look the same. So I keep that same picture. Now,
Mhm.
if they ask me for something different, I get them something different. But the state of the industry with acting is just changing. So you
Yeah.
got to change with it, but don't change so much that you lose your focus on who you are.
Right. Ooh, I
Yeah,
like that. I like
yeah.
that. Now, what's one misunderstanding about being a casting director that kind of drives you crazy? Because everybody sort of has ideas about what we do, and I always hear that, oh, that casting was bad. Like, we had direct, say on what's going on and who's getting picked for stuff. What's one thing about casting that kind of drives you crazy that's a misunderstanding that you wish.
That you do got money, that they think you're rich. People think you rich. Oh, she got money. She a casting director. Oh, she can do this and she can do that. No, it's up to you to book the job. It's up to me to give you the information, to give you the character breakdown, to give you as much information as I can, and it's for you to book it. By
Right.
being responsible, being on point, being a person that's not flaky, that always got an excuse. We don't want to hear it. It's like, don't complain and don't explain. Be
Right.
about your business. Get out there and do it. It's up to you to book it. Now, if I have full control, because you know how sometimes we get the casting and they just want us to send the people, they want us to look at the tapes or whatever, but we don't get to choose, oh, this one. See,
Right.
that's what I want to do. I want to be the one to choose. This is the person, I'm telling you, this is her, she is one, because I did get a job and they wanted, I'm gonna be, can I be blunt? Can I be speak
Yeah.
freely? They wanted tits and ass.
Oh,
No, I'm giving you talent.
right.
Now, if you want talent, tits and ass, I can get you that too. But do you just want tits and ass and Instagram followers and how many people can follow them? Because you know, if they follow them, that they're going to watch your movie, then I'm not the girl for you.
Right, because that's not
You want
always the case too. Just because you have a lot of followers, those followers may not follow you to certain projects
tell
and
them
certain
that.
things.
Please
There's
tell them.
perfect examples of all these big films coming out now with
Mhm.
all these people who have a lot of followers, but then none of those followers show up to their movie when it comes out, and their movie bombs after a week or so.
Because they following the tits and the ass.
Yeah,
They're not
exactly.
really following the talent.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I just did it. So now I can just speak on it, what it is when it comes out. Like I said, we'll speak really afterwards.
Mhm.
It's like I want to see the talent. I want to see, because if you acting your butt off and you believable and the chemistry is great, that's another thing I like, to have chemistry amongst the cast. That's why I said let me pick it. I have full control on a lot of my theater stuff, but on the film stuff I have no control. So they see them and act like, but she can act her butt off. Look at her, and they're like, yeah, but you know she doesn't have the greatest body. Oh,
Mm.
she does. And so you know how Hollywood is. So yeah.
You got to be
So
careful
and I
sometimes.
thought, well, you know, I'll keep looking. And I give them what they want. I give them what they want because they are paying me. And then sometimes I don't get paid, which is fine. As long as I get the credit, that's still good for me. You
Mhm.
know, I'm not really a money chaser. If you pay me, fine, I'll accept it and I'll give you my rate, which I learned from you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I just think the content needs to be good enough. The actors need to understand to be professional at all times. Do not lower yourself. Do not do things that just to get a part, because there's going to always be another one. You
Yes.
know?
Yes. Don't
Yeah,
sacrifice your integrity
yeah.
just to get a job because you think it's going to take you to the next level.
Next
Because there's
level.
no guarantee for that either, right? And you
None,
want to make
none.
sure that within this industry, when you're going through it, that you sort of retain the essence of who you are. Because really, that's
Mhm.
what people are looking for, authenticity, you know?
Yes,
And they want you to be
yes.
your most authentic self. Now, what do you think new actors should be doing now to get started in the industry? And like, what's like some realistic advice that you have for actors who have decided that they want to make this a career choice?
Have a tough skin.
Hmm.
Accept the no, that the no, it doesn't mean never.
Right.
Um, to be professional at all times. I've met so many people that are unprofessional, and don't do it just for the money, because don't do that. Have a backup plan as far as not to kill your dream, but to
Right.
be able to support yourself.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, those are the things that's to me that would be most important. And just never give up. If you love it and you want to do it, never give up, no
Yeah.
matter how old you are. Because
Yeah.
I'm getting on in age, and acting is still my first love. Because people forget, like I said, I'm an actor too. I would like to audition as well. You know, I know I'm casting, but I'm gonna cast myself. What's up? What's going down, boo?
And you
Okay,
know,
so
people
yeah.
always, and a lot of people step away from this career and then they come back to it and stuff. So, you know, even if you do step away from it, there's always an opportunity if you really have a passion about it to come back into it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, what
I do
advice?
both cast, and I'm still an actor. I still go out on auditions and everything, and I'll be looking at. And when I meet people, I'm an interpersonal person. I'm like, "Hi, how you doing? Hey, here's my card. Call me. I can talk to you." You know, and I really now have this little reputation in within with the chitlin circuit. Like if Linda says she gonna call you, she gonna call you. I'm telling you. So everybody's been vouching. Like, Linda says she gonna call you, she gonna call you. So they
Now,
be like,
Linda,
"Oh wow, yeah."
now let me ask you, Linda, what advice do you have for actors when it comes to networking, right? Like, do you like to be contacted? How do you like to be contacted? And what gets your attention? Like, what are some realistic ways that actors can begin to make connections in the industry that you think would be beneficial, or just maybe how you like to be networked?
I like just meeting people in general, whether they're actors or not. And believe me or not, I cast everybody.
Mhm.
I even cast some musicians.
Mhm.
And like I say, oh, you needed somebody to play the piano? Yo, Chelsea, they need a bit. They need a piano, somebody. So I've been casting everybody in anything, not just film and TV and stuff like that. I've been really doing it. Like even the girls needed a job. I said, girl, you need a job? Oh, my ex job, they need people. And she's working. She just started yesterday.
But now,
So,
if somebody doesn't know you though, how do you like to be contacted through email? What type of emails do you respond to? Like when you don't know an actor and they're reaching out to you, what type of things get your attention and what type of things do you just ignore?
okay, I ask them to email me. When they email me, I do get them my phone number, and I tell them when you call me and I don't answer, believe me, I will call you back.
Mhm.
Not much of a texter, but I will text when I'm busy. If I'm gonna call you right back, I will call you in a little while. I'll give you a time. But two, if I don't know you, to email me, and then I'll give you my number because I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. If I know that you are really not serious, then I be hesitant. I kind of do look at your social media status and see what you're really doing
Yeah.
and see if you are really serious and see if you're a person that seems responsible, but I'm going to give you a chance. And
Mhm.
if you mess yourself up, then you mess yourself up. I like to be contacted by email or either phone. It really doesn't matter because I'm not a person that doesn't answer my phone because I'm grown. So if I don't want to speak, I'd be like, look, I'm busy right now. I'm going to give you a call back.
Mhm.
So people always say, I'm not going to answer my number. But you have a business. You have to answer your phone. You have a child. You have to answer your phone. You never know what it could be. So I
Yeah.
always answer my phone. So by phone, by email is fine. You know, um, that's the way to contact me. I do like to be contacted when people, because I did put myself out there on Facebook. I said, hey, my name is Linda Greene. I'm a casting director. Call me.
Mhm.
Email me. And I left my email and I was flooded. So I got a lot of people
Oh, that's good.
yeah, I got a lot of
But
people. I
we're
think a lot of
always
people,
collecting people and stuff
yeah,
because you never know what
always.
we're going to need as casting directors, right? And you don't
Yeah,
want to panic and be like, oh, we need this type of person. Can you find it? You're like,
yeah,
yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Yeah, I do have all ethnicities now. I didn't before, but now I do. And
Mhm.
I do have a lot of recommendations and referrals from my friends. They'd be like, oh, Linda, do you? And then they'll send me people like, Linda, I told this guy about you. And they said, that's okay, send me his information. Now, oh, sure. When somebody sends me someone's information, I contact them like, hi, so-and-so gave me your information. Just want to touch base with you. Did I have it? And when something comes up that fits you, I will give you a call. And I do when there's something comes up.
That's
And they be supposed to probably like, oh wow, yeah, I'm ready. Like now, just Friday, somebody called me and said they need 5 extras. They there. They shoot next week.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, let me ask you, Linda, what advice, because we've talked about how there was no school for us to go to learn this. We kind of learn on the job, right? So, what advice would you give an up and coming casting director who's thinking about getting into this? Like the way you came to me, like if somebody came to you and was like, I want to get in casting, what advice would you have for them about getting into this industry?
I would say have a certain amount of people and be ready to send those people. Know that those people are good actors or moderate actors or have the like saying that they want to be an actor, that they're serious. Like I said, always be serious about your craft and not just you see somebody do it and now I can do it. Um, be a person that's accessible. You like if somebody called, you can't not call them back. You got to call them back. You got to have a what you call it? I'm trying to find the word. You have to have to want to do it. You have
Right.
to have that eye too
Mhm.
to know that this character can do it. Like say Jenny, like Jenny can play a nurse real good. Let me call her.
Mhm.
Know that you have the eye for it because you don't if you don't have the eye for it, you might not be able to do well. You know, like you can't send James and James got a stutter.
Uh-huh.
So no James can be well if they want somebody that got a stutter. So it would be a natural thing for James.
Right.
I have some Down syndrome people. I have some comedians in wheelchairs.
That's
Oh
great.
yeah, like this guy named Mo. He raps so good. I said, Mo, I'm gonna get you some work, Mo. I'm gonna get you some work. Believe me, it's gonna be somebody that's called that wants somebody that he has cerebral palsy.
Mhm.
And I shouldn't have said his name. Oh shoot. Not supposed to say people's names. I'm sorry. We're glad that's a nickname, so nobody don't know his real name. So I'm
There you
good.
go.
And he is the bomb. Okay. I cannot wait till somebody needs somebody of that character. Then I'm gonna call them like, yo, I got you. What's up? You ready? You better be ready. Be ever so ready
Yeah.
to
Oh,
jump into that job because somebody else be ready. And you ain't ready,
exactly.
that other person's gonna get it.
Yeah. Now, what should actors understand about their headshots and how we view them and the part they play in the casting process that we go through?
And now I ain't gonna lie, I am not much in well informed on the pictures because I just feel the picture looks nice and it don't look like a picture that you was 10 and you really 29 or 39 and you don't look like this picture, then I'll be like, okay, wait, if you have a more updated picture. So I'm not so um with the picture. I just feel that what I've learned about picture should be have the lighting should be great. You should look like yourself. And I really don't have too much advice on the picture thing. Just send me a picture though. And I need to update
And
the
make
picture. I
sure
don't
it
need a
looks
picture
like
from
it.
10 years ago, like I said.
And
Yeah.
make sure it's a current one that looks like you.
Yeah, current. Yeah, current. Yeah.
Now, I know you do a lot of theater. Do you do a lot of get a lot of self tapes and
Yes.
virtual castings? What is one thing that you about self tapes or virtual castings that you wish actors would understand?
That it's you gotta have great lighting, you gotta have a great reader.
Hmm.
Okay. You don't need to really act it out. Like when I see them, like it just they be a little over it. But I
Hmm.
guess being over is better. You can calm them down. I'm
Hmm.
not really a fan of self tapes, but
Hmm.
I know this is easier because if I feel it, there's something about your self tape that moves me, then I'm going to have you come in.
Right.
Okay, and the virtual is the same for me. Is the delay thing? I just had a. Oh, I do not like the virtual.
So
I'd
do
rather
you?
have a self tape as opposed to the virtual.
So now, how would you categorize a majority of your work? Are you currently doing in person, or it's like split? You split the difference between self tape and in person for things that.
Yeah, I split it. I do the self tape because that's what is required from the person that I'm casting for. They want the self tape, and if the person is really good, then we have in person.
Mhm.
We'll
Now,
select the we'll select the people that we want to actually see, so they can read with me, so I can actually see them, and then we make the decision.
when you're getting your self tapes in, if given the option between, and you don't tell them which takes, how many takes you want, given the
Mhm.
option between 2 or 3 takes to submit, what is your preferred limit of number of takes to receive from an for an audition?
Just two.
Yeah.
Yeah, just two.
I'm the
Yeah,
same
if
way
they.
too, especially if we haven't
Mm.
asked for an extra one and you're going to do something a little different. We'd like to see it, but just give us one option. We don't need like 3 or 4 other options because we got a lot of other things to look at, right?
Don't make me laugh. I'm not going to say anything. Don't. Yes, two. It's fine.
Now, I got my last question for you because I really
Yes.
love talking to you. And this
Yeah.
is just a personal one. What is the last film, show, TV, theater, or performance that you saw that you really enjoyed?
Um. Just in general in my life,
Yeah, just
Bridgerton.
in general.
Bridgerton.
Ah, you just started that?
Yeah. I finished the whole thing already. I loved it. Yeah.
You love this season, right? I
Yeah.
gotta start watching that. Everybody's
It's so good. It's so good. I love stories and I love period pieces like those 1800s and stuff like that. So yeah, that did it for me. Bridgerton. I watched it all and it just started again yesterday. The next 4 I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
Well, Linda, thank you so much for joining
Feel
us and joining me and sharing your story. I hope all of you actors got some helpful insight and can now you guys know that there's another casting director out there that if you're looking to get into the industry and you're trying to learn who casting directors are and what they cast, well, look, here's Linda right here. And
yeah.
she's a wonderful person. And thank you so much, Linda, for
You're
joining
welcome.
today. And thank you
Anytime.
everybody else for joining us. And I'll see you at the next episode of Casting Directors Say What. Happy Father's Day and
Oh
everybody have a
yes,
good
happy
summer.
Father's Day, everyone. Yeah. So all you fellas.
Bye.